Good afternoon and welcome to Salina, Kansas. It is the 4A1 semifinals here on A10varsity.com. Happy to have you along. I am Tim Spurl. We have got 4 games on the slate for you this evening. A couple of girls' games, a couple of guys' games, and we start today with the number 1 seed in the 4A1 girls bracket, the Pirates of Piper High School, taking on the 4 seed and 4-time defending state champion in 4A1, the Stags of Bishop Miege. Once again, the Piper Pirates, they're the number 1 seed. 22-0 on the year for the Piper Pirates behind head coach Shane Stout. They are making their 4th appearance in the state tournament in the last 5 seasons are the Pirates, but this is going to be the toughest matchup they have faced all year. Like I said, the Stags have won the last 4 straight state titles in 4A1. Going back a few years now, in that 4-year span, since the beginning of the 2013-2014 season, when this run started for the state championships with Bishop Miege behind Terry English, they have a combined record of 113 wins to only 8 losses. It is an unbelievable winning percentage for Terry English and the Stags club, and this year they are as strong as ever. 21-2 this year, champions of the EKL. They're the number 1 ranked team in Kansas 4A1 coming in, but again, seeding in this tournament is based on the entire body of work. You've got to put up the numbers for the entire regular season. That's what Piper did, 22-0, but the only difference here between Piper and Miege is, well, honestly, it's the level of competition. The Piper Pirates haven't played nearly the teams the Bishop Miege has. You look at some of the wins that the Stags boast. They beat the number 2 team in Kansas 4A1, McPherson. That's a team we'll see later tonight. They beat them 59-51 back in December. They beat St. Thomas Aquinas, the number 1 team in the 5A girls bracket that's going on right now over in Topeka. The Aquinas girls will actually play later today, but they took them down back in January by a score of 55-54. They took down Mill Valley, the 3rd-ranked team in 5A, back in January as well, 46-35, as well as knocking off Blue Valley North. They're the 5th-ranked team in 6A, so they have gone through the gauntlet, has Bishop Miege played the best teams in the state of Kansas, as they always do, playing out of the EKL. But Piper, on the other side, does not have the fortune of playing some of the best competition from around the area. And, well, they held their own. They outscored opponents by an average margin of more than 31 points a game. They averaged 61 points a game. Their opponents, a shade under 29 points per game on this Piper club. So Piper, they were almost expected to run the table based on the level of competition, and they delivered that. Not really tested throughout the year. Their most impressive wins this year, they took down Lansing. They're the 7th-ranked team in 5A. They took them down earlier in the year, back in January, 56-43. They also beat Baldwin back in December. That's the number 1 ranked team in 4A2. Beat them 57-47. Took down Lansing again on the road by more than 20 points. So those are your best 2 opponents, the leader of 4A2 and a middle-of-the-pack team in the top 10 as far as Kansas 5A is concerned. So, again, this will be the toughest test of the year to date for the Piper Pirates. In the quarterfinal round, Piper took down Paola 57-42. And on the other side for Bishop Miege, they had Towanda Circle, and they hung it on them 56-38 in that game. Bishop Miege cruised over Towanda Circle to find themselves back into the semifinal round for, of course, a 5th straight year behind Terry English, and it is them and the Piper Pirates for a shot in the state championship game tomorrow. We are in Salina, Kansas at the Tony's Pizza Event Center, and you can see they're done with warm-ups. They head over to their benches. We're going to step aside for the national anthem, come back with tip-off and starting lineups. We are ready to get going in the semifinal round of the 4A1 state tournament here in Salina. Stay with us on 810varsity.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Kansas State High School Activities Association, the Salina Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Tony's Pizza Event Center, and the City of Salina, we welcome you
Just about ready for tip-off here in our first semifinal game of the day. Again, it is the 1 seed, the Piper Pirates out of Kansas City, Kansas, taking on crosstown foe Bishop Miege, the 4 seed in this 4A1 girls tournament. Real quickly, the starters for both teams. We'll do Miege first. They come in 21-2 overall off a win in the quarterfinal round against Towanda Circle the other night. Their starting point guard will be Johnny Gonzalez, the 5'6 junior, is averaging 9.5 points per game. Joining her in the backcourt will be Fallon Russell, 2.3 points a game for the 5'5 junior. Courtney Harms, alongside the two of them in the backcourt, the 5'9 senior, is averaging 7.5 points per game. Down in the post, a lot of their offense runs through these two girls. Faith Hawthorne is a 6'1 freshman that has lit it up this year, 11 points per game. She's shooting better than 50% from beyond the arc. Alongside her on the post, Peyton Veerholst, a 6'2 freshman, 10.5 points per game, 5 rebounds per game for Veerholst. On the other side, for the Piper Pirates, again 22-0, unblemished on the year and into the semifinals after they took down Payola in the quarterfinal round 57-42. Their 5 looks like this. They will start a freshman at point guard, Evelyn Vasquez, a 5'5 freshman, like I mentioned, averaging 6.8 points a game, 3.5 assists per game, 5 steals per game for the freshman Vasquez. Joining her in the backcourt will be Grace Burns, the 5'7 sophomore, is lighting it up, averaging 10.5 points per game. Alongside her, Allison Vigil in the backcourt, 12.5 points per game for the 5'11 sophomore. Down in the post, Ryan Cobbins, a 6' junior, 13.5 points per game, 7 boards per game. And Lakia Leslie, 7.5 points a game, 5.5 boards a game. The junior is 6'1 in the middle. Last year, Piper, they made it into the semifinal round of the 4A1 state tournament. They lost to McPherson, 54-38. Their lack of size really hurt them in that game. But again, this year, they have got 2 players in the post that are capable of holding their own. Ryan Cobbins and Lakia Leslie, they will try to put it on the 2 freshman post players from Miege that have lit it up this year, Faith Hawthorne and Peyton Veerholst. Bishop Miege in those red uniforms. They've got the white letters, white numbers across the front. They will go left to right across your computer screen. And the Piper Pirates, they are in their white uniforms. They've got the purple letters, purple numbers. They will go right to left. Veerholst in to tip things off for Bishop Miege. And Leslie in the middle for Piper to tip things off. Plenty of Piper fans made the trip, and the tip is controlled by Bishop Miege, and we are underway, and immediately getting to the basket and laying it up and in is Courtney Harms. And now back the other way. Piper will push. And this answer comes off a little strong from Grace Barnes. Now back the other way comes Miege. 2-0, just 20 seconds into this ball game. This Stags offense, they're efficient. More than 60 points per game. Playing out of the EKL, arguably the toughest conference in all of Kansas. The freshman couldn't get it to go up and under Veerholst, and now back the other way comes Piper. And nearly a steal at midcourt, but Vasquez picks up the trash for the Pirates. Will settle into the offense. Again, averaging 3.5 assists per game. They kick it near baseline, and Lakia Leslie, watch that one get poked away out of bounds. Over the last 2 years under Shane Stout, this Piper club, a combined record of 45-2. Vasquez spinning into the paint, kicking baseline. Cobbins in trouble, threw it off the bottom of the backboard. She got in trouble on that baseline, had to do something with it. Gonzalez the other way. Minute gone in the opening quarter. 2-0 Miege. Gonzalez trying to shake free. Courtney Harms traveled, and we're going the other way with Piper. Another turnover by Miege in the opening couple of minutes here. Here come the Pirates. Sub-state not really tested. Took down Tonganoxie 58-11. And then took out Baser Linwood in the sub-state final to put them into the state tournament 62-45. Cobbins. Little dribble handoff to Barnes. Looking for room. Barnes threw it away. Gonzalez takes it away. Up to Fallon Russell. She got bumped. It fouled. 6:09 to play opening quarter. The defensive pressure already creating some fits here for Piper offensively. Miege will inbound underneath. Slow start to this game really for both teams. After Miege got a bucket in the opening 7 seconds of the ball game. Gonzalez. Kick. Russell will reset up front. Good pass inside and an easy lay-in for Hawthorne off the Gonzalez dish. 4-0 Stags. 5:50 to play opening quarter from Salina, Kansas. Lakaya Leslie, left side of the lane, got her shot blocked and saved. Great play by Hawthorne. And now Russell gives it up to Hawthorne, and she cannot finish at the rim. And that one will stay with Piper. Loose ball foul. It's going to go against Fallon Russell after the missed lay-in. And back the other way comes Piper. 2.5 gone in the opening quarter. 4-0 Miege out of the gate, looking to get into another state title game. They have won the last 4 state championships in 4A1. This shot blocked from behind, but getting her own rebound was Ryan Cobbins, able to finish on the second try. Gonzalez, good dish inside, and able to finish again is Hawthorne. Second assist in this opening quarter for Johnny Gonzalez. The point guard makes things go for this offense. And now back the other way comes Vasquez, the freshman point guard for Piper. Again, she's been a nightmare for opposing offenses. Look at the spin to get away from Fallon Russell. And then she got bumped and fouled. But you right there see the quick feet by Evelyn Vasquez to get around Russell. 6-2 Stags, and the first substitution of the game is Jordan Gonzalez. We'll check in, a 45% three-point shooter off the bench for Miege. 4:40 to play opening quarter. They inbound Cobbins, going across the lane, getting fouled and going to the line. Ryan Cobbins, she's the leading scorer for this Piper club, and they're going to need her to play maybe the game of her career as a Piper Pirate. Has another year, only a junior right now. But again, this is the toughest test that Piper has faced all year. Cobbins good on the first free throw. 3 for 5 start for Miege, shooting the ball out of the gate. 1 for 5 are the Piper Pirates. But Cobbins' 2 free throws has made it a 2-point game at 6-4. Here comes Gonzalez for Bishop Miege. Veerholst. Elbow jumper is no good off the back iron. Long rebound Hawthorne, though. And a new possession for Miege. Gonzalez, wide open 3 off the back iron. And another rebound for Cobbins. And again, that's what was missing with this Piper club was the length. They didn't have a lot of size last year, and it killed them in the state tournament against McPherson. They've got some size this time around. Underneath, the travel on Lakaya Leslie. She's the other member of the starting 5 with some size to her at 6'1". And again, they are going to need those 2 post players, Piper will, in order to hang with this Miege club, because again, a majority of their offense comes through their 2 posts. Faith Hawthorne at 6'1" and Peyton Veerholst at 6'2". Combined, the 2 are averaging 21 points a game. Here's Hawthorne with a 3. Long, but another offensive board for Miege. Gonzalez open 3. She will try it. No. A Hawthorne offensive board, and she got fouled from behind. And that is one thing that Piper's going to need to do a much better job of, is just rebounding the basketball. You see there, Miege gets up 3 shots in that possession. They end up with a trip to the line because of a couple of offensive rebounds on the possession. Hawthorne in and out on the first. Got another one coming. Again, only a freshman. Averaging 11 points a game, better than 50% from beyond the arc is Hawthorne on the season. 1 for 2 on that trip. 7-4 Miege, 3:45 to play opening quarter. Here comes Cobbins. With a little stutter, gets double teamed, in trouble, and this ball is going to come out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes of Piper. And it's going to be another Piper turnover. Their third turnover of the quarter. We still got 3:37 to play in this opening frame. Here's the first timeout of the ball game as Terry English wants to talk about it. His team only a 3-point lead early on in the 4A1 semifinal round on 810varsity.com. Welcome back to Salina, Kansas. A 7-4 lead for Miege opening quarter. With the basketball, nearly a travel, and it will be a travel. Right out of the timeout, Terry English can't be happy with that one. He's been around a while. He's won the last 4 straight state titles in 4A1. And he watches Miege turn the ball over for the second time this quarter. Into the corner, Cobbins. 4 early points for Piper. She will test the paint, kick it back out. Open 3 straight away is short. Out of the hand of Barnes, and a long rebound for Gonzalez. And she tried to save it, couldn't. Open 3 off the back iron. Fight for the rebound, taken in by Vasquez, the freshman. And now her pass is tipped and taken away. Miege with numbers the other way. Gonzalez into the paint, a kick. They swing to the corner. Inside 3 to play, first quarter. Good passing, open 3. Courtney Harms couldn't connect. Offensive rebound again, though. Harms can't finish the lay-in off another great dish by Gonzalez. Boy, Miege leaving points off the board in this first quarter. Vasquez will try her hand at it. She can't connect from 3. Slow start offensively. Gonzalez running the floor. Can't finish the layup. Boy, both teams struggling from the field. Now here comes Vasquez out of the scrum for Piper. Cobbins will drive through a double team, almost lost it. Leslie got her shot blocked. And now a jump ball call. Leslie will hit the deck. Possession arrow favors Piper. 2:06 to play first quarter. Not good looking at the stats. Miege has started 3 for 11. Piper 1 for 7. The teams have combined for 7 turnovers in this first quarter. Slow start to our first semifinal game of the day. Vasquez up front for Piper. Right side of the lane, tough take, couldn't finish. And now here come the Stags. Jordan Gonzalez. Veerholz, good spin into the lane, left it real short. She felt there was contact, no call. 1:38 to go first quarter. Vasquez slowing things down for Piper, and she'll probe and back things off. Again, only 1 field goal for the Pirates in this first quarter. Cobbins back to Vasquez. Thought about a 3. She's already taken a couple, hasn't hit. And she'll reset. Piper trying to eat some of this first quarter clock away. On one hand, they haven't been able to find anything offensively, but on the other hand, it's only a 3-point game. Miege hasn't been able to connect either, and here's Lakaya Leslie with a 7-foot baseline jumper, and all of a sudden it's a 1-point game inside of 50 seconds to play first quarter. Gonzalez to the rack, lost it going up. Piper will run. Barnes through the middle, got her shot blocked. Inside 40 seconds, Gonzalez. Stop and pop, long two. Johnny Gonzalez. 3-point game, 25 seconds, and Piper should be able to hold for the final shot of the quarter. Vigil up front. Piper has not gone to the bench in this first quarter. 10 seconds. This pass intercepted. Gonzalez in the open floor. Inside 6 seconds, and Gonzalez will lay it up and in. 5-point Miege lead. Piper's not going to get a shot off. It came after the horn. That's the end of quarter number 1. 11-6 after a poor start. Miege finds a little bit of a rhythm. They lead by 5 after 1 from Salina, Kansas. Back inside Tony's Pizza Event Center as quarter number 2 is underway at a 5-point game. Miege an 11-6 advantage. Hawthorne reversing into the hands of Gonzalez, and they'll reset. Miege 5 for 16 shooting the basketball in that first quarter. Gonzalez, tough layup, wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. Hawthorne, she couldn't get the follow. Another offensive board. Stags killing the Pirates on the boards in this first half thus far. Gonzalez using a screen. Entry for Hawthorne. Got doubled. Her pass tips. Gonzalez ends up with it, and she got fouled. In that first quarter for Miege, 5 points for Faith Hawthorne. And you saw it just on that possession alone. They're really trying to work through the freshman, and now she will head off with 7:18 to go till halftime. And 2 points for Jordan Gonzalez, Johnny Gonzalez, and Courtney Harms. This 3 is off the front iron. And now Vasquez will push into the hands of Cobbins. And now a steal nearly, but knocked out of bounds by Jordan Gonzalez. Jessica Thomas just into the game. Saw Gonzalez swipe in front of her and knocked that one out. They're going to call that one a foul on Gonzalez. So it looked like she just knocked it out of bounds. Instead, they peg her with her first personal. Vasquez. Thomas. And a foul off the ball. And Terry English did not like the call. Courtney Harms leveled Riley Porter, and that's where the foul came out. But again, not a fan of that one. 1 minute gone here in quarter number 2, 11-6 Miege. Vasquez. The freshman's got it back. Looking for answers offensively are the Pirates. Kicks right side. Riley Porter. Back to Vasquez, and they'll reset. This is a Piper club that averaged 61 points a game on the season. And they're sitting on 6 here in the second quarter. Cobbins spins into the lane with the left hand. Couldn't get it to go. Got her own board in the finish for Cobbins. Offensive board, and now falling asleep defensively. Veerhol snuck behind the defense. Oh, man, look at Shane Stout. Fired up. And right in the ear of Jessica Thomas. It's a timeout, 30-second timeout. And we'll keep you right here, but Shane Stout is livid with his team on the near sideline, understandably so. After they get the finish, nobody gets back defensively. And the biggest player on the court, Peyton Veerholst, a 6'2 freshman, sneaks behind everybody and is alone on the other end for an uncontested layup. And he came about 15 feet out on the floor, just yelling at his freshman post, Jessica Thomas. And you can imagine what was being said, that they need to get back defensively. 6:11 to play till halftime. Still a 5-point lead, 13-8 for the Stags. Again, Bishop Miege rides into the matchup today, a 21-2 record. Piper undefeated on the year, 22-0. But again, they have not played a team all year like Bishop Miege. Here comes Vasquez. 6:03 to play till halftime. Cobbins has carried the load offensively for Piper. 6 of the 8 points thus far. Now a baseline drive. Good take by Grace Barnes. Cuts it to 3. This time Piper does get back defensively following the bucket. Straightaway 3 is around the rim and off. Offensive board. Again, Veerholst, and now she travels with it. And we're going the other way. She didn't like the call. It'll be Piper basketball. 5:33 to go second quarter. But another offensive rebound. That's now 7 offensive boards for Miege in this first half. Piper trails by 3. Here's a steal. Vasquez got her pocket picked, and in transition, unable to finish on the layup, but Gonzalez chases down the board. Inside Hawthorne, off a good dish. That's the 6th turnover for Piper now in this first half. Right side 3, Cobbins can't get the shooter's touch, and now on the whistle, we got a foul on the board against Piper. And the Pirates have got to be careful not to let this one get away from them. 15-10, 4:48 to go before halftime. But again, the offense has really struggled in this first half. I mean, you're only sitting on 10 points here. You're halfway through quarter number 2. It's only so long until Miege really starts to hit a stride as Gonzalez gets fouled, and she will go to the line. That's the 2nd on the freshman point guard, Evelyn Vasquez, for Piper. First free throw for Johnny Gonzalez is good. Riley Porter back into the game. Piper does not have a deep bench at all. Their starters will play a lot of minutes, and it is important to keep those 5 out of foul trouble if you're Shane Stout. And that's why he's forced to sit Vasquez with still 4:35 to go till halftime, and she's probably not going to be back on the floor till that second half. 16-10 after the 1-for-2 trip. Cobbins with a kick. Leslie back to Cobbins in the post, trying to go to work through a double team. Almost got it stripped. Leslie picks up the loose ball, but a foul call before against Hawthorne of Miege. Leslie. Barnes, good spin into the paint, right side, took contact, couldn't finish the layup. And now Bishop Miege has got numbers, and Gonzalez leaking out all alone has got the Stags up 8 now. Inside 4 to play till halftime. Piper needs an answer offensively. They dropped 57 in their quarterfinal game against Paola. But so far today, struggling to find the basket. Leslie gets doubled, works her way through it, got it poked away, but a foul call underneath is going to send the 6'1 junior to the line. Again, I alluded to the struggles for Piper offensively. 4 for 16 shooting the basketball. 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. First free throw rattles home for Lakaya Leslie. You need any points you can find right now if you're Piper. It's 3 now for Leslie. Chance to give her 4 on the night with this second free throw. Off the heel of the iron, and it stays a 7-point game. Here comes Miege. Gonzalez weaving through traffic and earning a trip to the line. Gonzalez has been shoot first. Has been very aggressive. Unfortunately for her, hasn't been very efficient either. 2 for 7 from the field is Gonzalez. 5 points so far. This is another trip to the line for her. She's already been once in the ball game, and now 1 for 3 from the line is Gonzalez. Another one coming. Able to get the shooter's touch there, 2 for 4. In the lead right back to 8. Here comes Cobbins. She had a solid first quarter, but she has been quiet ever since. Had 6 points in that first quarter. They need her to get going. Drives left side of the lane, and she got fouled. And again, Terry English not happy with the call. Again, I talked about at the top of the broadcast, this offense rolls through the 6-foot junior Cobbins. She bottoms out her first free throw. 7 points in the ball game now. Averages 13.5 a game. To go along with 7 rebounds a game. She has a rebound shy of her season average already. 6 boards and 7 points for Cobbins in this first half. She connects on the second free throw. Lead back to 6, 19-13. Miege advantage 3:08 to play before halftime. Here come the Stags. Gonzalez, good entry. Hawthorne was able to use the body to shield away Lakaya Leslie and able to get another uncontested layup. Lead back to 8 for Bishop Miege, who has won 4 straight state titles coming into this state tournament. Cobbins in trouble, almost threw it away. Harm spins to the right side of the lane, puts up a runner that wouldn't go. Offensive rebound underneath, and the layup won't go. Another try for Leslie, and she connects. Lead back to 6, 21-15. Piper trying to get into a rhythm offensively. Again, they've shot real poor coming out of the gate, under 25%. But they're hanging around, down 21-15. 2:08 to go before halftime. Gonzalez up front. Crosses over, gets to the lane. Runner wouldn't go. Fight for the rebound and a foul call on the rebound. They're going to pick Johnny Gonzalez, and we're going the other way. And that's going to be free throws now for Piper as that puts them in the bonus. It's the 7th team foul against Miege. Next foul against Piper will put Miege on the line, by the way. But again, the shooting numbers for both teams have just been abysmal in this first half. Piper right at 25%, 5 of 20 from the field, 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. Miege, 36% from the field at 9 of 25 shooting, 0 for 6 for 3. This free throw comes off the heel of the iron. And now here come the Stags. Jordan Gonzalez. Veerholst, left-hand take, wouldn't go. Piper, they can cut it to a 4-point game here. Cobbins will drive, get into the lane, spin away. Good looking take by Cobbins. She has got 10. The lead is 4 with 1:25 to go till halftime. And now that Piper crowd makes some noise. Harms backs into the hands of Gonzalez. 1:10 to go, second quarter. Entry to Hawthorne was tipped. Hawthorne will take the long two off the heel of the iron. Rebound, controlled by Piper. They can make it a one-possession game before halftime. They've got numbers. Vasquez didn't see it, though. Cobbins back to Vasquez. They swing it. Vasquez wide open, didn't take the three. Good pass inside, and an easy layup was blown at the rim. Wide open was Barnes, and she couldn't finish. 36 to go before halftime. Inside 30, 21-17 Miege. Gripping onto a 4-point lead over Piper in the 4A1 semifinal round. 17 seconds to go till half. Up top, Veerholz, 9 seconds. Gonzalez, 5 seconds. Gotta go. 3 seconds. Gonzalez, crossover, kick, Hawthorne. Short, and we're at the end of the first half. 21-17 in what was a poor half offensively for both teams. Miege and Piper struggled from the field, and we have got ourselves a battle. It's a 4-point game at the halftime break. Miege goes 32% from the field, 9 of 28 shooting the basketball. Piper, 27% shooting the basketball, 6 for 22 clip. Miege grabs 8 offensive rebounds in that first half, a +2 advantage on the boards over Piper. 6 turnovers for Piper in the first half, 4 against Miege. Bishop Miege was led by Faith Hawthorne, who had 9 in that first half, 6 more from Johnny Gonzalez on the other side for Piper. Ryan Cobbins led the way, 10 points, 6 rebounds in that first half, and Lakaya Leslie chipped in with 5 points, 5 boards of her own. We're going to step aside. It's halftime from Salina, Kansas, and it's a 4-point game in your first semifinal matchup. A 21-17 lead for Miege over the Piper Pirates. Stay with us on 810varsity.com. Welcome back to Tony's Pizza Event Center. Zeroing in on half number 2 here from Salina, Kansas. I welcome you back on 810varsity.com. I am Tim Sprode at a halftime score of 21-17. The Stags of Bishop Miege just a 4-point lead on the Piper Pirates in the first 4A1 semifinal of the day. 3 more semifinal games to come for you on 810varsity.com. Our day just getting underway, and it's been a slow start for both teams. Again, I mentioned it right before we went into halftime. Miege struggling to shoot the ball, as is Piper. The Stags shot 31% from the field in that first half. They went 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. Piper didn't do any better. 27% from the field, 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. All the other numbers were pretty even as far as reboundings, turnover. Everything else was pretty close, but again, both of these teams shot the ball real poorly, and that's why we're sitting at a 21-17 halftime score. As far as individual scores in that first half, the freshman Faith Hawthorne led the way for Bishop Miege. She had 9 points. Johnny Gonzalez had 6 of her own. And on the other side for Piper, 10 by Ryan Cobbins to go along with 6 boards, and 5 more from Lakaya Leslie. But again, both of these teams, it is no mystery. They need to get going offensively. They need to find something that works for them and able to just score the basket, because, again, after the first 16 minutes, it has been anemic at times. Both of these teams missing wide-open layups, wide-open three-point shots. But, again, it's just a 4-point game, so it's anybody's ball game right now. But no doubt both of these coaches gave their teams an earful at halftime, because both of these teams are actually really good scoring the basketball. Both of these teams average more than 60 points a game through the regular season. But again, 21-17 is your halftime score. And I imagine we'll see a much more focused offensive game plan from both of these squads moving forward. Here's a runner that won't go out of the hand of Allison Vigil. And now Miege will come the other way with it. Stags built a 5-point lead after the first quarter. In the second quarter, real even. Piper actually had a 1-point advantage in that second quarter. Gonzalez will step back, will kick to the corner, and now it's travel against Courtney Arms. And now here comes Evelyn Vasquez. So she spends the first 32 seconds of this second half on the bench. And remember, she picked up 2 personal fouls. And she went out of the first half with about 4.5 to play in that second quarter, rather. And this is the first time we have seen her sit. The freshman is a good facilitator of the ball, 3.5 assists per game. And here's another runner that won't go, this time from Barnes. Again, Piper, they want to attack. Here is Gonzalez with a jumper that comes off long, and they've got numbers if they look up. Barnes on the other side left it short, and now Piper is going to have to reset. Boy, she was all alone, and she couldn't gather it cleanly after the pass came up short and hit her in the leg. Cobbins drives through 2 defenders, puts up the runner. Good looking take by Ryan Cobbins. She has got 12, and the lead is 2 at 21-19. Miege has been in the state championship 4 straight years. They've won it every single time, trying to make it 5 straight, but they've got themselves a battle right now. 6:20 to play third quarter. Spinning into the lane is Harms. Couldn't get it. It will go. Will it go? No, it'll stay with Miege. Hawthorne was in the area, but they're going to say it came off of Piper. Stays with Bishop Miege. 6:15 to play third quarter. Gonzalez. Scoop shot wouldn't go. She thought she got fouled, and she did get fouled. Late whistle. And Allison Vigil remains on the floor for Piper. It was a late whistle, though, by the official on the far side. And the Piper crowd was not fans. And Gonzalez will have a pair. 6:09 to play third quarter. Gonzalez 7 in the game, 3 of 5 from the line now. Got another free throw coming. She is doing a good job of that, at least, getting to the free throw line. Hasn't been good from the field, though. 2 of 9 shooting the basketball. She bottoms out both free throws here. She's got 8, the lead back to 4, 23-19. Barnes, back to Vasquez. Quiet in that first half was the freshman point guard. She averages almost 7 a game. They're trying to work it into Cobbins. Harms drives left side of the lane, kicks Leslie. She will drive, pick up her dribble. Scoop shot comes well high off the backboard. And now Miege with numbers. Gonzalez quickly through traffic. Open 3 straight away. That one's short off the front iron, tipped out of bounds. And off the Harms miss. It'll be back with Piper. In comes Jordan Gonzalez. 5:27 to play third quarter, and the struggles continue offensively for both teams. Both teams right now shooting it below a 30% clip from the field. Neither team has hit a 3 ball so far in the game. They've combined to go 0 for 11 from beyond the arc. And Miege has got some lights out 3-point shooters. But again, no one able to find the bottom of the net. Here's Cobbins getting fouled on her way to the rack, and she will go to the line. Miege was +2 at halftime on the boards. They have now widened that gap to a +5 advantage on the glass. Cobbins hits the first free throw, and again, she holds the key for this Piper club. Right now, 13 in the game for Cobbins. The next closest Pirate has 5. Only 3 players have scored for Piper so far today. Cobbins connects on both. She's got 14. Back to a 2-point game. 23-21, 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Tough layup and a trip coming to the line for Veerholst as she got bumped and fouled. And they are going to call that one on Vigil. Well, already both of these teams racking up the fouls here early on in this third quarter. First free throw, a little strong from Veerholst. Jessica Thomas will check in, but Veerholst has been another cog in this Miege attack that has been quiet so far. The freshman sitting on a scoreless day as she can't hit that free throw either. Stays a 2-point lead. Cobbins. She hasn't had a problem finding the basket. With 14 in the game, she leads all scorers. Leslie got room with the runner. Goes, and we're tied at 23. Tough take for Lakaya Leslie. 4.5 to play third quarter. All knotted up at 23 apiece. Gonzalez, good dish, Hawthorne. And Johnny Gonzalez, even when the shot's not falling, she has a great way of getting her teammates involved. That's her 5th assist in this ball game. The offense still runs through Gonzalez even when she's not scoring the basketball. 25-23 Miege. Leslie will drive. Lakaya Leslie will go to the line. 3:56 to play third quarter. And Leslie, a chance to add to her night. Leslie up to 7 in the game. And again, she is the running mate with Cobbins as she bottoms out the first free throw. Averages almost 8 a game. And she's good on the boards. Very active, 6 rebounds per game for Lakaya Leslie. This free throw can tie us up at 25. Piper not backing down from Miege in this 4A1 semifinal round. Second free throw, no good. And now here comes Miege the other way, nursing that 1-point lead. Gonzalez, tough take, got blocked from behind. A clean block, and now a jump ball on the rebound. Possession arrow Miege. How about Grace Barnes catching Gonzalez from behind? 25-24. And now an offensive foul on the inbounds. It was Courtney Harms, and Harms was just trying to shake free and just gave her defender a quick little forearm shove to try to create some space in the post. And it's back with Piper. They can take the lead on this possession. They have trailed all game. 3:39 to play, third quarter. Barnes for the lead. Short. Rebound. Back over to Miege. She had the look. But again, neither team has been able to find the distance here from three. Piper now 0 for 5 from three-point range. And Miege 0 for 7. Here's a timeout, though. We've got ourselves a dogfight. 3:32 to go, third quarter. 25-24 Miege, nursing a 1-point lead on 810varsity.com. Back inside the Tony's Pizza Event Center. 3:32 to go, third quarter, 25-24. Miege had no problems in the quarterfinal round. They coasted against Towanda Circle 56-38, but really struggling here against this tough Piper club in the semifinal round. And now what do we have? A clock error. It's still running, and now they stop it at 3:27. And I don't know if they ever ran the clock after the inbound. So they take care of it, and here come the Stags. Gonzalez, she'll try a straightaway three. Off the side iron. Rebounds. Tipped around. Taken by Miege, and then stolen by Vasquez. She wants to run. Piper with numbers. Vasquez hit from behind and fouled. Fallon Russell was the guilty party for the Stags. And here comes Hawthorne. They need her. 11 points. She has really been the only offense for Miege in this game. 3:08 to go, third quarter. Pirates inbounding underneath their own basket. Chance to take the lead on this possession. Again, I mentioned it just a moment ago. They have trailed since the opening tip. Miege scored in about 6 seconds. And it has been them in front the rest of the way. But that lead down to 1 right now at 25-24. Here's a steal. Gonzalez to Jordan Gonzalez. And now she'll retreat. Kick to Hawthorne, knocked out of bounds. It's another steal for Johnny Gonzalez. Turnover number 7 on the day for Piper. But again, Miege, even in a fast break, unable to get a basket out of it. Good job by Piper of falling back defensively. Veerholst around one, and Lakaya Leslie caught her from behind. Cobbins, she will attack into Hawthorne, got fouled, and going to the line, and now Cobbins remains down. She got hit hard by Hawthorne, and now she hops right back up. Boy, the 6-foot junior is tough. And she can put Piper on top with 2:33 to play in the third quarter. Cobbins sitting on 14 points is perfect from the line, 6 for 6. And there's the jinx right on cue. 6 for 7 now is Cobbins from the line. Veerholst has checked out of this game. Courtney Harms back in for Miege. Second free throw good, and we're tied again at 25 apiece. Here comes Gonzalez for the Stags. Jordan Gonzalez, pass tipped, comes out of bounds, last touch by Piper. Pirate fans didn't like it, but that's the right call. We'll stay with Miege. 2:24 to go third quarter in a tie game. 25 apiece. Into the backcourt, dangerous pass. And Leslie will get called for the foul. And that's a tough situation for Lakaya Leslie. That's a lazy pass. And Johnny Gonzalez went about grabbing it lazily. And so Leslie had a beat on it for a second. But if you take a risk, you know you could get that foul just like they did. Gonzalez, long two, foot on the line, drilled it. 27-25 Miege. Vasquez breaking ankles. Gonzalez hit the deck, and they'll reset. Inside two to play third quarter. Cobbins, tough take. Left-hand scoop wouldn't go. Here comes Miege out of the scrum. Gonzalez attacking. Gonzalez. Two more. And Miege back up 4. 1:40 to go third quarter. 29-25 Stags. In the first semifinal game of the day. What a start to the day it's been from Salina. Both teams still struggling to make shots. Both under 30% still for the game. But it's been a fun one. Cobbins trying to work it to Leslie. 1:14 to go third quarter. Vasquez will back things off. Cobbins right wing. Doubled. In trouble. Trying to pass out of it, and a reach-in foul call. That is going to bail out Piper. Oh, Cobbins was in trouble on the baseline. If that foul's not called, that's a turnover because she threw it right to Hawthorne. Working her way out of that double team, and it will stay with the Pirates. 57 seconds to play third quarter. 29-25, Miege leads. And now a timeout taken by Shane Stout. We'll keep you right here. Inside of a minute to go third quarter in what has been a dogfight. But again, the offense is continuing to struggle in this third quarter. That's been the story of the ball game. Bishop Miege now just a hair better than 30% from the field. But again, in this third quarter right now, it is tied 8-8 in the third frame. That's just a microcosm of this entire game. The offenses have struggled. The defenses have been good. But again, both teams have had a lot of open looks that they just haven't been able to connect on. And again, these teams played Wednesday night. They are not coming off games yesterday. So the fatigue should not be a factor because they had a full day's rest on Thursday. They do have the early game today, but maybe it's jitters, but inexplicable almost for a couple of teams that are averaging better than 60 points a game on the season. 29-25, Piper. They'll inbound to Lakaya Leslie. Leslie dribbling out of a double team. High off the glass, no good. And now running, Jordan Gonzalez leaking away from the pack. Miege leads by 6. 40 seconds to go in third quarter. Cobbins got bumped, put it up, wouldn't go. But she is going to the line. Again, there's no mystery that Piper wants to work through number 23. And just a reminder that after the conclusion of this game, we will move on to our next semifinal matchup. And it is a heck of a game we've got on tap for you as Andover Central takes on the Bishop Miege boys. And they are arguably the best team in Kansas. One of the premier players in the state of Kansas, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, the 24th ranked junior prospect in the country, is trying to put Miege back into the state championship game next on A10varsity.com. We've got 25 seconds still to go in this third quarter. It's a 4-point Miege lead. Here comes Gonzalez, almost picked by Vasquez. They swing it back to Jordan Gonzalez. 12 seconds. Johnny Gonzalez now, 10 seconds. 6 seconds and a whistle and a foul call. Trying to work around that screen was Grace Barnes of Piper. And she's guilty of the personal foul. Just 6 seconds to go in this third quarter. Miege just trying to get a shot off here as we head into quarter number 4. They're working to Hawthorne. Pass got tipped. It is going to be a steal by Barnes, and she is not going to get a look off. We're at the end of 3, and we have got a fight coming up in your fourth quarter. 31-27, Miege, only a 4-point lead over the Piper Pirates on A10varsity.com. Back in Salina, here comes quarter number 4 of the first semifinal game of the day, and we couldn't have asked for a much better start to the day. It is a 4-point game as we open up this last quarter here in Salina. Piper has trailed the entire way. They've tied it up multiple times, but have never taken the lead in this game. They'd like to change that in this fourth quarter. Barnes got stripped, and it comes off of her knee, and it'll go back over to Miege. .735 just underway in this fourth quarter. Offense has ran through Faith Hawthorne for Bishop Miege. She's got 11. Johnny Gonzalez has also got 10, but she's done it on 3 of 12 shooting. Hawthorne using the body to back in, got her own miss. Passes out of it. Gonzalez a 3, couldn't go. Off the heel of the iron. And now trouble. Vasquez gets out of it. Dangerous cross-court pass. And they'll reset. Inside 7 to play. Vasquez, a kick. And now Cobbins will reset. Cobbins has had a monster game for Piper. 17 in the ballgame. Leads all scorers. But they need her to step up again in this fourth quarter if they want to get into the state championship game. Vasquez, a reverse lay-in, wouldn't go, but a foul is going to put the freshman on the line. First free throw for the freshman is around the rim and off. Vasquez connects on free throw number 2. And it's a 3-point game, 31-28. Coming down the home stretch from Salina, Kansas. Winner to the state championship game tomorrow afternoon. Veerholst a 3. Got it! The first 3 of the ball game comes with 6:20 to play in the fourth quarter. And how about the freshman Peyton Veerholst delivering, and now it's a 6-point game, and now a whistle up front. And more free throws coming as Vasquez got bumped by Gonzalez, and the freshman back to the line. 6:10 to go. Vasquez just 1 for 2 on her last trip. A 1-and-1 here. And off the back iron, but an offensive board chance tipped around. And a scrum taken in by Vasquez. Trying to get the timeout called. Instead, it's a jump ball call. Shane Stout was hounding him, trying to get that timeout, couldn't get it. Possession arrow favors the Stags. And now we're going to see full court pressure from Piper with 6:03 to go in the ball game. Miege trying to get a grip on this one, only up 6. Veerholst, left side of the lane, got it at 1! Peyton Veerholst putting the game on her shoulders in this fourth quarter. Chance for a 3-point play. And just like that, Veerholst sitting on 7 points can grab 8. 5 points in the last 40 seconds for Veerholst. Veerholst can't connect on the free throw. 8-point lead, however, now, 36-28. Piper needing a basket desperately. Barnes, a drive through the lane. Tough runner, wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. Cobbins got the follow. 6-point lead. Gonzalez through traffic. Shot blocked. Offensive rebound. Hawthorne, though. And she got fouled, and she will go to the line. Hawthorne, again, has carried the load offensively from Miege. At least through the first 3 quarters, she did. 11 points, 11 boards for the freshman. She's long on the first free throw. .5:20 to go in the game. A 6-point lead for Bishop Miege. They have led by as many as 8. They lead by 7 right now. Piper needing a basket. Ryan Cobbins has 19 in the game. But again, only 4 Pirates have scored. Lakaya Leslie has chipped in 8. Those two have been responsible for, she's 27 of the 30 points. And here's Cobbins looking for 2 more and earning another trip to the line. And Peyton Veerholst, by the way, has just ran off into the locker room. She did not go with a trainer, but Veerholst right now back in the locker room for Bishop Miege after she has chipped in 5 in this fourth quarter. Second free throw for Cobbins, got them both. 5-point lead again. Courtney Harms back in for the Stags. Piper needing stops. Miege just trying to get across the finish line. This has been an ugly game for both teams offensively. And now Veerholst comes jogging back out of the locker room for Miege. Left side, Johnny Gonzalez looking to get it into Hawthorne. Instead, they swing it. And now back into Hawthorne in the paint. 13 on the day for Faith Hawthorne. Lead back to 7 at 39-32. 4:20 to play. Catch and shoot 3. Off. And now Miege will try to kill some clock here. Gonzalez, backdoor. Jordan Gonzalez blew the layup, got her own rebound, and then she got fouled. And Jordan Gonzalez has struggled in this one. She blows a layup there. 45% three-point shooter. She's missed both of the 3 she's taken, and now she's short on the first free throw. But again, it's been a struggle offensively, like I mentioned the entire broadcast, for Miege the entire way through. Same for Piper, though. Miege, 34% from the field in the ball game now. Second free throw rattles home. And this match is the largest lead Miege has had all game at 8 points, 40-32. Stags trying to get into their 5th straight state championship game. They have won the previous 4 4A1 championships. But they are getting a fight in the semifinal round. Over the top, this one is taken away. They were trying to work it to Lakaya Leslie. Gonzalez trying to work it to Hawthorne. Back into the hands of Gonzalez up front. 3:15 to go. Left side, Johnny Gonzalez gets to the free throw line, step backs, and now she'll retreat. 3 minutes to play in an 8-point game. Gonzalez in the corner. Jordan Gonzalez, she'll take the long 2 around the rim and off. Cobbins another board, and she has now got a double-double with 21 points and 10 boards. But again, her team still trails by 8, 40-32. Barnes through the lane, throws up a runner, wouldn't go, got her own miss. Vasquez, elbow jumper, around and off. And now 2:20 to go in a timeout. 40-32, an 8-point lead for Miege. And Piper needs answers. Again, this has been a tough game for both teams. For Piper, 27% from the field. They have not hit a 3 in the game, 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. They have hung tough on the glass with Miege. Just a +6 advantage for the Stags on the glass. But again, Piper just has hurt themselves with the poor shooting today. Ryan Cobbins has only been able to do so much, 21 points. She's been to the line 12 times in the ball game. But still an 8-point Stags lead. 14 for Faith Hawthorne in the game, 10 for Johnny Gonzalez, 7 for Peyton Veerholst. And the Stags shooting a little bit better in this second half, now up over 34% from the field. 1 for 10 from beyond the arc is Bishop Miege. And again, after the conclusion of this one, we have got the Bishop Miege guys taking on Andover Central in what should be a real fun one to watch. Miege with the best player in the state of Kansas. Here's a foul in the backcourt. Jeremiah Robinson Earl, he is the 24th ranked recruit in the junior class. He's gotten offers from Kansas, Kansas State, North Carolina, just to name a few. And he will be in action in our next game on 810varsity.com as they take on upset-minded Andover Central. Front end of the 1-on-1, no good. 2:15 to play. This may be the last shot for Piper here. 40-32 Stags. And now Shane Stout wants a timeout, wants to talk about it. He's got 2 more timeouts left. You might as well take them. It's a full timeout, and this time we're going to go ahead and step aside. 2:09 to go in your 4A1 state semifinal game. Miege, an 8-point lead over Piper on 810varsity.com. 2:09 to go. Piper again, this may be their last shot in this ball game. Down 8, 40-32. Needing baskets now. Badly. As a team that in the regular season averaged better than 61 a game, and now they turn it over again. As Barnes got it stripped away. And now Miege is going to start trying to kill clock. And a foul with 1:51 to play. Veerholst to the line. 5 points in this fourth quarter for her. She rattles in the first free throw. Miege really hasn't been that good from the line. Now 8 for 17, below 50% from the free throw line. Has been part of the reason Piper has kept it close. Second free throw off the front iron. 9-point lead, 41-32. Inside a minute 50 to go. Cobbin straight away. You got to go quick. To the free throw line, gets to the paint. Tough runner, wouldn't go. Rebounds. Back to Piper. Barnes threw it away. And now a loose ball. Picked up by Gonzalez, and now they're going to tag her with a travel. So Gonzalez makes the hustle play to fall on the loose ball. But they call her for the travel, and it will go back over to Piper with 1:25 to play. Piper has only scored 5 points in this fourth quarter. Catch and shoot 3 from the corner is short. And now here comes Gonzalez into the front court. Piper trying to foul. Don't want to foul her. 1:08 to go. You got to foul somebody. Gonzalez through traffic, and they'll bring it back out. Air inside of a minute. And now we'll have the foul, and Jordan Gonzalez will go to the line. And Bishop Miege, I think they understand that this is not their best game by far. They struggled offensively, and they had themselves a 4-point game going into quarter number 4. They've done a good job of keeping Piper at an arm's length there in this fourth quarter, doing what it takes to get themselves to another state championship. Jordan Gonzalez, another free throw coming. 2 for 2 on that trip. And now the lead is 11, 43-32. Barnes spinning on the baseline. Cobbins will drive, gets stripped, but a foul call. It is going to put her on the line with 46.8 to play. First shot good for Cobbins. That's to her a real impressive day. 22 now in the ball game. Chance to put her at 23 points. Again, she led all scorers. Misses the front end. And a foul on the rebound. We're going to go to the other side. Shoot free throws. Going to have a lot of these, I feel like, over the next 46 seconds. Again, this is just semifinal number 1 on the day. The Miege boys and Andover Central boys to follow this one on 810varsity.com. And then the second girls game will be after that one. It will tip around 6:30. And that one is going to be Labette County taking on McPherson. McPherson trying to get back into the state championship for the second year in a row. Inside 40 seconds. 12-point lead for Miege. Cobbins going to work. Off the glass and in. Cobbins has got 24. And another timeout taken by Piper. 32 seconds left. We'll step aside one more time on 810varsity.com. Miege 32 seconds away from a berth in their 5th straight 4A1 state championship. Stay with us on 810varsity.com. Out of the timeout, 45-35, Miege. 32 seconds to play, and Miege, again, like I said, has won 4 straight state championships in 4A1. And they're trying to get back to the state championship and make it 5 in a row behind Terry English. Full court pressure, and they're going to have a foul with 30 seconds to play in the ball game. That one against Vasquez.
Number 3, Evelyn Vasquez, picking up her 5th personal foul.
And Piper fighting till that last buzzer. Again, the Miege guys coming up next on 810 Varsity as they take on Andover Central. Tip-off set for 4:45. May sneak in right on time. Usually about a 20-minute delay between games. And assuming this one gets done in the next 5 minutes, should put us right about on schedule for that 4:45 tip between Miege and Andover Central on 810varsity.com. Barnes all the way to the rack, couldn't finish the layup. Rebound fought for, and a jump ball with 21 seconds to play. Piper will keep it. And this will be Piper's lone loss of the year, and it will come in the semifinal rounds. But you can't take anything away from this Pirates club as Gonzalez steals the inbound, and we'll see if we have another foul here. Inside 15 seconds now. And they will not foul. They'll let Miege work off this clock, and the Stags are back into the state championship game. And they will have a shot tomorrow to make it 5 straight state championships as they will take on the winner of McPherson and Labette County. That girls championship game tomorrow at 4 o'clock. You can catch that on 810varsity.com. Real quickly, a look at the final stats for you. Miege, they win this one by 11, 46-35. They didn't shoot the ball well at all in this game. 34% from the field, 1 for 10 from beyond the arc. They out-rebound Piper by 4. Piper shoots 25% from the field, 0 for 7 from beyond the arc. Miege was led by the freshman Faith Hawthorne with 16. 10 more for Johnny Gonzalez and 8 for Peyton Veerholst. On the other side for Piper, it was really a